Once Lamar Brady got out of the wrecked bus through an escape hatch, he started taking this video.
The front part's over here. That's the front part of the bus.
Because of the deadly crash on the Pennsylvania Turnpike early Sunday morning, he got back into Columbus 12 hours later than he was supposed to. But the timing doesn't bother him. He's just glad to be back.
I'm happy I'm back here. I wish it was under better circumstances, of course.
Others were happy too, like this mom holding her son tight after a terrifying morning.
That thing is non-existent.
According to police, there were kids as young as 7 years old on the bus. Brady says he tried to do all he could to keep those kids calm. He also came across this crunched white car.
Is this driver okay?
Brady was one of dozens on board. He picked the bus up in New York. Its final destination was supposed to be Cincinnati, with a stop in Columbus on the way. Brady was awake around 3:45 a.m. when it crashed.
We were behind the FedEx truck. We went to the passing lane, and he tried to go back over to the right lane. He overcorrected or oversteered and then overcorrected it, and we crashed into the, we clipped the median.
He says the bus then slammed into an embankment, ended up on its side across all lanes of the highway, and then got hit by a truck.
I was fully awake when it happened. I still see the bus crashing every second of it. I can see it in my head replaying over and over.
And Brady says his back is killing him, and he also hurt his arm. He also told me that several of the other passengers are still in the hospital tonight. According to police, the bus was being operated by a New Jersey-based company called Z&D Tours. We have reached out to that company several times today and have not heard back. Live and local for you in Columbus, I'm Eric Halperin, NBC4.
Thanks so much, Eric. During a news conference this evening, NTSB officials said they will be collecting evidence on site for 7 to 10 days.
And we have a group of experts who will focus on roadway design, driver performance, motor carrier compliance, mechanical aspects of the vehicle, survival factors, accident reconstruction.
And snow was coming down at the time of the crash. The spokesperson for the Pennsylvania Turnpike said the road conditions seemed to be fine in that area and were treated. However, the NTSB is looking at all factors, including weather. NBC4 meteorologist Ben Gelber now joins us with what conditions were like in that area this morning. And Ben, you are very familiar with this stretch of the Turnpike.
From experience, this section of road about 40 miles east of Pittsburgh in the Laurel Highlands is challenging because of the rapid change in elevation and narrow corridors between the rugged hillsides with little maneuvering room. Now, we can look back at road conditions at 3:40 this morning when our map indicated roads were snow covered, but treated highways can also develop slushy patches. Road temperatures right around 31 degrees, the air temperature at 29 degrees, and you can see the accident just northeast of Mount Pleasant. Now, a map of the terrain shows the winding nature of the Pennsylvania Turnpike through the mountains westbound, dark green representing higher terrain surrounded by steeper valleys in brown shades. Now, another factor that will be taken into consideration is visibility. Radar showing lake-enhanced snow falling throughout the night as moist air was forced to rise over the Allegheny Plateau. As Danielle said, the National Transportation Safety Board will ultimately determine the cause of the crash. It's not clear if weather played a role, but this section of Turnpike historically on the eastern side of the Alleghenies is certainly susceptible to sudden weather changes.
Thanks, Ben. And since we found out about the crash, we've been looking into the bus company Z&D Tour out of Rockaway, New Jersey. Records with the Department of Transportation show a satisfactory safety review, no crashes within the past 2 years, and only minor violations. Last June, a driver was cited for a lane restriction violation and speeding. In November, there were 2 vehicle maintenance citations. We reached out to the bus company via phone and email for a comment, but haven't heard back. As soon as we hear back, we'll be sure to let you know. And we're staying on top of this story, and we'll bring you the latest on air and online. So be sure to follow us on NBC4i.com.